So, hello everyone. Welcome to another video. So it has been long without dropping videos like this, but this is an account that I flipped on Bitcoin a few days ago, and you can see that it started from $27, and then this was when it started shorting Bitcoin. Then this is where um the profit was. Now, this account went up to around $800. I didn't take the profit. I didn't take the screenshot of it when it reached there. But yeah, these are the only screenshots that I managed to take. So Bitcoin has really been dipping, and the screenshots were shared in our group that is Traders Room. The link is in the description. So Bitcoin has really been dipping, as I'm going to show you guys. It has been really dipping a lot, and for those who had an opportunity to short, remember the previous live, we talked about this short right here. So the confluences were clear. Even though you go to a bigger time frame, you can see that Bitcoin right here was forming patterns that represented more shorts. And you can see that here we have a harmonic pattern, very serious harmonic pattern. So if Bitcoin is to fulfill this circle, we may have it dip more into the 93 zone before continuing. But the fact that the only reason why this pattern may not be completed is because of a few fundamentals. But I see Bitcoin still coming down to the 93 area before having a long. Or you may have that extended dip to the downside. Yeah, because this is the nature of the market. Now, even though you go to the bigger time frames, you can see that it's representing something that is not really good for the guys who are in for short-term gains. Maybe who bought above this price or who have future trades running above that price. But anyway, the market moves and we react accordingly. Because if we have a dip to such areas, it may be the last dip that we see before a push to the upside. And yeah, we still have imbalances to the downside that can be filled. And yeah, before we see a move to the upside. So that's how Bitcoin is standing. I remember in the previous slide, we talked about this sell. The market formed a flag pattern here, then gave us that M pattern and started dropping massively. So me, I saw this drop. I was like, okay, we have to get a retracement to this area and then get a solid dump. But that didn't happen. So I didn't add on onto my positions. So the market just continued melting to the downside. So take profit was here on 98. Yeah, and it was hit a few hours ago. And then the market is just continuing to go to the downside. But it being a Monday tomorrow, we expect more movements that will determine the trend for the week. And we shall be here to trade them. As we know, the trend for this week was more sales according to our strategy, our highs and lows of the week. And yeah, we milked it. And on GBPUSD, as I'm going to show you, it was really good. I made a lot of money from that range. So let me just count that. Let's just see. Okay. So as you can see, we had this move to the upside for the flag pattern, then the drop. So we're just waiting for the market to show us the directional trend for this week. And that's the side we are going to go on for this week. So let me go to GBPUSD. So currently Bitcoin is on 98,597. Yeah. Now this is GBPUSD, has been really moving great. We have this upward move. Then we have a consolidating week. This week was just playing around from there for those who traded it. And as you know, you can make a lot of money from a ranging market as much as possible. So I only took 2 trades last week, and you can see I took this buy trade up to this line here, and that's where the market stopped. It dropped back, and again I sold again. And the market didn't really give us a trend for the week. So I just kept buying in on the range. Now, as you can know, I always tell people that GBPSD doesn't move a lot. Now you can see from here to here, it's around 50 pips. And if you look at the whole range, the highest it can go is 70 pips. But in one day, it can move the 50 pips. You can see from here to around that area, 50 pips. Yeah. So that basically was it for me this week. This sale, I had so many conferences for it. I had this upper trend line, and I also had this break and the retest coming back there for that sale. And that's why you see it was an aggressive sell. It was aggressive because this is not that's entering it from here. And that's how the market started melting down. It was just a break and a retest. Now, GBP most times is good to give us an aggressive break and retest, not one that is good for an pattern after the break. And you can see that there are so many confluences up above. We have the supply zone. We also have a trend line break and retest. We have a high of the week. Those are three confluences, enough for us to push this market to the downside. Yeah. So those were my trades for this week. I expect GBP to currently it looks like it's pushing to the downside. If we go into this far time frame, it's giving us that kind of no higher highs, but no lower lows yet. So it's still open. The market is going to move into Monday. We shall react on Tuesday. And if we get a profitable direction, we shall go with that. So it's still, of course, bullish. You can see that inverted and shoulders pattern is still bullish, but the market has to move, then react. So that's it from this week. That's all I had for you this week. This is a pair that I traded last week and I killed it. I can see that this movement, I think I share this movement. This movement, I jumped out from here. I think we were having a live with the guys in the mentorship group. And I told you guys that that was it with that trade. Why? Because I remember it had reached the 61.8, so there's no use of holding it to the downside. Yes, 61.8. So we jumped out of that trade. And if we were to get a buy from there, would have been in a very good trade. Let me first delete this. Would have been in a very good trade to the upside, yeah. Then of course would have gotten this sell here. Yeah, this sell. But of course it's easy to identify when the market has left. But you can see that even though it was a buy, it should be a second touch and the third touch here for us to jump into that market. So that is Euro USD JPY, very good market to trade. I don't trade it, but I did analysis with a few people of mine, and it was really good. Yeah, Sammy made a lot of money from this pair. You can see that market was really good to play around with here. Third touch, this was the second touch, third touch, fourth touch. Then I don't know how it's reacting around here, but this is likely to be a break. So you have to just trade with the market. Yeah, trade with the market. So let's see how this week will go. Guys in the mentorship, don't forget to live on Tuesday and Thursday. I'll be around this week to have those lives, and I hope to see you there too. So thank you very everyone for watching this video to the end. Have a great one.